This is a great campground. It's dry camping. It's BLM. It's free. They have like a picnic table and an overhead thing and a fire pit
and grill.
And a grill. This is fantastic. And there's just amazing views.
Yeah.
But it's so far away from everything. And we came up here because it's going to be cool. It's nice and cool compared to everywhere else. But we're going to get out and do some scenic drives. There's a couple of cool things around the area that we're going to see. Great Basin National Park, the visitor center is still closed. And right now, the top of the mountain that you drive up to is closed as well. We're going to explore some stuff in the area. We'll see what happens. We had originally planned to drive the Success Loop, which goes up to about 10,000 feet. But after hitting snow and mud at only 8,000 feet, and with 2,000 feet left to go, we decided to backtrack instead of risking getting stuck. Slightly bummed, but still hungry for adventure, we headed out into the beautiful, rugged backcountry of eastern Nevada. It wasn't long before we came to a fork in the road, and before you knew it, we were headed into the Ward Historical Mining District. And we saw a sign from one of the old mines, so we pulled up here. Amazing place to eat lunch. Get the mine stuff in the background, which we're gonna go take you on and explore here in a minute. And then, yeah, look at this amazing view. We started to make our way up to some old buildings, which didn't really look old. Every abandoned mine we've been to in our travels has looked rather dated. This one looked new. Honestly, the place gave me the creeps. I half expected to find someone living up in here, so I was a bit apprehensive about going in. But Brandy, she wanted to see what was inside. Dude, it's literally nothing but core samples. Core samples. And a lot of them. The place was in shambles. It was obvious that nobody has been here in a very long time. And as it turns out, that's pretty accurate. This is the old Paymaster mine, which was mining here as recently as the early 90s. Sitting at 8,000 feet in elevation, you can tell it's been through an avalanche, or two, and possibly flooding as well. Well, this place is really interesting. It seems to be like the headquarters of the mine, because there's like nothing but core samples and like documentation stuff. Some old lockers, maybe where the miners, I think they slept up here.
Yes.
Interesting piece of history. We love exploring these old, abandoned places. You have to imagine, at some point in time, this place was busy with people working, laughing, and possibly even living. Some people probably spent years here. And now it just sits in a melancholy state of disarray.
The actual mine continues up the path for about another 1,000 to 1,500 feet. Knowing that we'd probably hit snow again, just like we did with Success Loop, we wanted to see how far we could get anyways. And besides, I really wanted to crawl this little hill. We would indeed hit snow again at a little over 8,000 feet, and it was clear that the rest of the mining road that skirted up the side of the mountain was covered in snow, so we once again backtracked and made our way out. On the way, we stopped by the old town of Ward. There's nothing here now. But at one point, this was a thriving town with hundreds of people living here. It's hard to imagine what a rough life this must have been.
Wow, this is it? There's no way. It's bigger than this.
We had one more stop to make for today. The Ward charcoal ovens, where they smelted the ore from this mine.
So in the spirit of connecting the dots, the Ward charcoal ovens were used to smelt stuff for the Ward mine, which we were just down the road.
It's a really secure gate. No shadow. Charring wood.
The history of these charcoal ovens is pretty impressive. What's also impressive is that they're located a full 3 miles from the mine itself, so those people would have had to make the trek by foot. It took 5 acres of juniper to fill one oven, and it suddenly began to make sense as to why this area is void of trees, save for a few groves tucked up on the mountainside. If you're the adventurous type, then White Pine County in eastern Nevada is not to be missed. And while this chapter might be closed for us here from our remote outpost near Ely, Nevada, the story is far from over.